Do you feel that life is standing still? Does it feel like day after day nothing is changing and everything seems the same? Most times, you feel depressed because you think God has forsaken and forgotten about you. Nothing might be working for you at the moment, but be rest assured that everything is going to be well and God still got you, now more than ever. This period of silence that you don't see Him or feel His presence is because He wants you to prepare for what's coming next. A special task that would take you places that you've never been before. The task that He is preparing you for might consume a lot of energy, and that's why He's giving you this moment of rest. You need to gather all your strength, because what's coming next will shake you in a good way, but will require your time. Considering Esther in the Bible, it took a whole year required for every woman that was meant to see the king prepare for that day. Now, during that time, Esther had a lot of questions as to why she had to wait that long in preparation for what is going to happen. The daily routine of doing the same thing over and over again must have been boring, but she kept staying, and when finally the opportunity came for her to see the king, she went in and found favor. She was able to change the destiny of her people from the wicked plans of Haman. The whole essence of bringing out the story of Esther is to let you know that at some point in our lives, we all have to be getting prepared for what's next. Everything you're doing now might not be making sense to you, but that is still God telling you to prepare. For some, it might be going through a series of hardships, and the challenges that would be coming your way might be so difficult, and you would feel like giving up. But there, in that situation, God wants to prepare you for what's next. Amid the challenges, there's something you could be learning to prepare you. But most times, we fail to see it that way. We let the devil tell us something different and make us feel we're not loved. Beloved, even if things are not going the way you expect it to, I want you to know that there is a period that the Lord is saying, wait for my child and prepare for what's next. Something great is coming your way, and this period would not last forever. Esther's preparation period only lasted for 1 year, and you might want to say you've been waiting for 2 years or even more, and that it no longer seems as if God wanted you to prepare for what's next, because it looks like He's forgotten you. I would also want you to remember Joseph in the Bible, who, after God has shown him what he would be in the future, took a lot of years before it finally came to pass. During those years that Joseph was getting prepared for what's next, he faced a lot of challenges. He even had to go to prison for a crime he did not commit. Do you think it was easy for Joseph during those years that he waited? The journey was not easy, but it was worth it. And that's the same thing that God is doing to you right now. For now, it might seem it's never going to end, but it definitely will. God just wants you to prepare for what's next. His promises never disappoint. It will deliver at the appointed time. Because we do not understand the ways of God, we might think that we're ready for the next stage. But to God, He knows that you're not ready yet. You might have been studying the Word. You might have prepared and done everything according to your definition of readiness. But to Him, you're not yet prepared. But you can trust Him, because you know that He always knows the best things to be done. We have to believe that God knows what He's doing, and that everything happening around you is intentional as you go through the preparation process. Esther's confidence grew when she was in her preparation process. Joseph's ability to lead grew when he was in his preparation process. There's something God wants you to learn as you prepare for what's next. Don't get tired of preparation. Keep trusting and keep pushing. God's timing is a mystery, and no man can fully understand it. If you keep trying to compare the time that people around waited before the next big thing happened, you would always put yourself under a lot of pressure. We're all different, and to every man his own time of manifestation is set by God. He has a unique design for every one of us, and because God is a God of variety, our time of preparation and season of growth will be different. Our goals and purpose are different, but we want satisfactory results at the end of the day. Maybe it took others a short period to get where they are, but yours is taking a lot of time. It still doesn't matter. God wants you to prepare for what's next. You might not know exactly what He's preparing you for, so you need to get prepared on every side. You may need to get more education, get better physically, or grow spiritually in your knowledge about Him. At times, it might mean to mature emotionally or whatever the case may be, but God is preparing you for the next thing that's about to happen in your life. You still need to get prepared. I know that waiting is a stage none of us want to remain in for a long time. We're all so eager to get busy with the next big thing, but still, when God is still making things not go for you the way you want it to happen, you should know that He still wants you to prepare, so don't get tired. If you know and believe that you're on God's schedule, then you don't need to be anxious about what is to happen next, because you can rest on the knowledge that His timing is always perfect, and that He never makes any mistakes. The best thing you can do for yourself is to prepare yourself for what's next, and not to get anxious over what it could be, but to put your focus on the person who you know can do the impossible in your life. Trust the Lord and trust the process. You cannot fail because He never fails. The thoughts and the plans that God has for us are always good. Yes, that's true. But there are times when God might want you to prepare for something that would shake you negatively. But although it's a negative, you can still put your mind at ease, because you know everything that happens in your life is working together for your good. Don't get me wrong, I'm not being a prophet of doom, but certain things need to happen in our lives to prepare us for something greater. When that thing happens, it might not look good at first, but when you finally get to the destination of what God has planned for you, you would be grateful that you passed through that stage, because it made you stronger, tougher, and reliable. There are no mistakes with God, and so He will not make a mistake with your life. The book of 1 Peter 4, verse 12 to 13 says, "Beloved, do not be amazed and bewildered at the fiery ordeal which is taking place to test your quality, as though something strange, unusual, and alien to you in your possession were befalling you. But insofar as you are sharing Christ's suffering, rejoice, so that when His glory, full of radiance and splendor, is revealed, you may also rejoice with triumph exultantly." You do not need to be amazed when certain things happen to you, because in the end, you will rejoice, and the whole world will come to know that yes, your God has been faithful. As you go through this stage of preparing for what's next, God might need you to be separated from certain people and places. It's not going to be easy, but it is going to be worth it. You will face challenges, but you should face them in joy, because you know the picture ahead is beautiful in ways that you cannot imagine. God has not forgotten about you. You are still on His schedule, and He would make everything beautiful at the perfect time. No matter how long it takes, it will surely come to pass. God wants you to prepare for what's next. You might get gradual revelation as to what He wants you to prepare for, or He would not, and you have to trust Him with a step-by-step walk in faith, as you know He will not lead you to fall. Rather, He would lead you to success. My prayer for you today is that you get the grace to stand for whatever comes next, and you don't give up on Him as you prepare. Stay blessed.